Okay, so, your boyfriend has just called you in the middle of your morning routine, his voice frantic and desperate. He claims that he needs 100,000 Deutschmarks, or about 170,000 modern US dollars, in 20 minutes. Otherwise, he's going to rob a nearby store. Why? Because if he doesn't, his drug dealer boss is going to kill him for losing the money from a drug deal by accidentally leaving it on a train. Run, Lola, Run is a German experimental indie thriller released in 1999 amongst an era of many other movies with a similar moody, gritty, and slightly esoteric or almost spiritual modern settings. This era was defined by these movies and TV shows, like Pulp Fiction, The Sopranos, and Miller's Crossing. Movies and TV shows that, unlike their predecessors in earlier years, which highlighted crime as something completely unfounded, almost as if it was more fantasy than displaying how actual crime interacted with daily people's lives, show crime as something that is a part of daily life and are much more casual with it. However, Run, Lola, Run, despite being similar to all of these movies, manages to carve itself out an identity of its own and be incredibly influential. The movie primarily focuses on a girl, Lola, of course, and various other characters that center around Lola and how her actions affect those around her, using the butterfly effect. It's an interesting movie that displays how fate can mess with all of our lives and how we can mess with it too. Lola eventually ends up going through 3 different loops. The first 2 end with her death and her boyfriend's death. However, the last one, she gets it right, ending up getting more money than she needs from gambling and her boyfriend finding the drugs back so he can pay his boss. Yet, all of this is influenced by one single event, the dog. Each time Lola begins another cycle, she has an interaction with the dog. This is the first thing that changes in each of the cycles and influences the rest of them. The first time, she runs right past the dog, ignoring it, which later culminates in her spending too much time at her father's back and causing her boyfriend, Manny, to end up robbing the store because she didn't get there in time. The next run, she ends up being tripped over by the boy who owns the dog and falling down the stairs, and this cycle is much more ruthless and chaotic, just like the beginning. She ends up robbing her father's bank and just barely getting to Manny in time. Yet, because of her foresight, Manny ends up getting run over by an ambulance and dying, which is her fault. Finally, in the last cycle, Lola ends up jumping over the dog perfectly. This shows a perfect balance between ignoring the problems and being reckless. Also, having a bit of extra luck helps as well. Overall, Run, Lola, Run is a great movie. It's influential and masterfully crafted even for its era. And wrapping up, I would recommend this movie to anyone who wanted something with good themes, great music, and an intense thriller experience. See you next time.